up? It's just your favorite neighborhood brown girl. We back, ayy, and we back, ayy, and we back, ayy, and we back, ayy. I would apologize for looking like shit, but I always look like this here, so y'all should be used to it by now. This is something new I like to call Let's Talk About It, because if you guys don't know, On My Block just released season 3 last week, and no, I have not watched yet for this particular reason. I wanted to go back, rewatch seasons 1 and 2, and recap and review my feelings and thoughts, and just talk about shit that I picked up on and noticed that really made me mad, or I just felt like we needed to talk about it. So let's fucking talk about it. Also, I just want you to know that a lot of the stuff that I have like in my notes, because I had to take notes so that I could hit the points that I wanted to hit, is just quotes on the shit that they said in the show. Because Jamal and Ruby and Jasmine and Abuelita, their timing is impeccable. Season 1 opens up, you know, it's a little kickback at the house. The kids are peeking over the little fence, being nosy like always, and you know, they're like, high school, we're so excited. Was something that Mario said while he was crying to the friends about his little girlfriend or whatever, and it really foreshadowed some bullshit that was gonna happen like later in the season, in season 2, and it really made me mad. Mario said you gotta stick together to survive, and that pissed me off for the sole fact that they really didn't need Monse or Caesar to survive. Ruby and Jamal had shit going for them. Like, they were completely fine without the other two. I'm just saying. Hit list number 1, Monse and Caesar. I don't like them. I don't like them, and they continue to be on my I don't fuck with you list all season long, and it's really, really sad. It's really sad that they had to do me like that. You know what I mean? Like, they really just disappointed me. You know, Ruby said himself, Caesar ain't shit, and he really proved himself to be ain't shit the whole entire first season. You know, I'm not gonna get into season 2 because that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about season 1. And in season 1, Caesar proved himself to be ain't shit the whole fucking time. The whole time. The whole time. Caesar ain't shit because he tried to do that whole, well, I claimed you so that, you know, that they wouldn't try to hit on you type shit. You could have said something other than the fact that y'all was smashing at fucking 14. That shit's weird. I just love the fact that she came back from writer's camp and she had boobs, and Jamal had the nerve to call them cha-cha bingos, and that was funny. I'm gonna start saying that. Next, I wanted to point out is that Jamal was a little bitch in this season, and I loved every moment of it. One, him being scared to tell his parents that he didn't want to play football is like almost every little like brown boy that don't want to play sports that has a dad that played sports. Terrifying to tell your parents you don't want to do something that they did in the black community is literally almost as bad as like blasphemy. Like, nah, we don't just do that over here. I just want to talk about how Ruby constantly sounded like he was gonna burst into tears anytime he talked this season. I understand towards like the end of the season, you know, because his feelings was hurt. We're gonna get into that, I promise. We're gonna get into that. But like the first like 4 episodes, Ruby, what, are you okay? What are you crying for? You just sounded like he constantly wanted to cry. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. We got the iconic Jasmine line, getting it in, and that was hilarious. That'll always be funny, and if you don't find it funny, you're boring. We also got the iconic line from Hamal, bitches be bonkers. I still say that to this day because it's true, it's facts, no printer. My notes right here say Caesar is a piece of shit. As you can see, I wasn't fucking with Caesar this whole season. As we continue to go down the line of my notes, y'all will learn that I don't care for Caesar. I don't. I really don't. I don't, like, at all. Next, Olivia. We got introduced. Look, some stuff went down. Yada yada yada. Caesar is a santo now. Monse crying over her hood boyfriend. They keep having sex with each other even though they're trying to pretend like they don't like each other, even though it's obvious that they do like each other and nobody's literally stupid. Then Olivia shows up. Ruby's in love. I don't like the character of Olivia. Isn't bad. It's just like the girl that plays her. I don't really care for her, and I'm not gonna get into it because if you watch on my blog, you already know that nobody was fucking with Olivia to begin with. Like the girl who plays her and the character, like goodbye. I don't know, she was just causing drama between the friends, and like they got enough drama with Monse and Caesar just existing. Like, we don't need you adding fuel to the fire, sis. But we did, you know, while everybody else, you know, Monse and Caesar was over there breaking up and getting back together, and you got Olivia causing Ruby chest pains. We got one of the most iconic on-screen duos, Abuelita and Hamal. I didn't know that I needed them until I had them. They're so funny. Their timing is impeccable together. I just think that, you know, she really believed in him when nobody else was. His friends ain't shit. But Abuelita was there. She believed in him. She was like, Hamal, I believe that you will find this roller world money. You are smart. You was kind. You was beautiful. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean? I just feel like Abuelita really like pushed Jamal in the right direction to really like, you know, be on his shit, you know, with this roller world shit. Halloween, Ruby had the perfect P to V ratio because Caesar wasn't supposed to show up, and then his ass shows up in a damn toga. We get it. It was supposed to be punny. It wasn't. You're annoying. And necklaces on men are tacky. I'm kidding. Men keep wearing your gold chains. They go over to Brentwood because Jamal had a lead and he needed to follow said lead, and nobody was listening until Olivia was like, let's go to Brentwood for trick-or-treating. And then they were like, fine, we'll go. Annoying. Because Jamal be doing all this motherfucking work and they don't be listening to him. Jamal is usually almost always right, so they need to start listening to him. Put some respect on my boy's name, okay? They go over to Brentwood. They split up, you know, to cover some candy grounds. I don't know. Ruby didn't really want to be there. Nothing ever bad happens in Brentwood except the OJ situation. No offense, Jamal. Ain't no offense to me. We don't claim him. Period. All this shit was going down. Jamal was in Rose's house, who was dating Frankie, who was a part of the original 3 that started the Santos, and Case in the joint. She almost shot his ass. Monse was pissed because she was like, I'm gonna shoot you too. But then they started finding out facts because he just told the truth and was like, look, I want to know about Roller World. So Rose says, sit down, let me tell you the story. And we started getting fact after fact after fact after fact. And then we fast forward over to hear what Caesar and Olivia and Ruby are doing. They decide to crash a white person party, which when you're brown, you never crash a white person party because you gonna end up getting the cops called on you at some point, and that's almost what happened. Except, can I just point out, the white dude pretending to be a Santo for Halloween is the same dude that got his ass beat in Euphoria. Life comes at you fast, okay, when you acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve that in Euphoria. I'm being so disrespectful. But it's the same dude, and life comes at you fast, you know? I'm just saying. I just wanted to point that out. Next, again, in my notes, it says Caesar is a shitty friend. I just want y'all to know that that's the moral of the story. Every single time, Caesar is a shitty friend because he made everything is about Caesar this, Caesar that, Caesar this, Caesar that. And I know that they want to protect him, but he's not doing a good job at trying to stop them from protecting him. And like, I understand wanting to protect your friends, but Jamal says this later, Caesar did this to himself. He was born a Santo, he gonna die a Santo, and that's just period. I mean, that might not be true, but like, Caesar chose that motherfucking life. Like, he could have found any reason to say no, and I'm pretty sure Spooky would have been fine with it because as long as his little brother is safe, I really don't think that Spooky cared. We could argue about it in the comments, but we don't know. I feel like Caesar could have like really sat Oscar down and been like, look, I don't want to live this life. I don't want to do this. You could have gone to a magnet school and went to culinary school, Let's do better for me. Why do I have to live the life that you lived? I know you want better for me, and I'm pretty sure Spooky would have been like, we'll figure it out, mano. You know what I'm saying? He also had Oscar roll up on them white dudes at the party, and that shit was funny because there's nothing funnier than watching people get punked. Stop trying to pretend. That's another thing. Stop trying to pretend. You know, it's all fun and games, like when you dress up as us, but when we punk your ass, don't start crying now. Word Cholak was said by Jamal. Again, most of the funny things that were said on this show, Jamal. Then you got Monse and Caesar breaking up for the 87th time. I don't even know where I'm at in the season. I'm not here to tell y'all what happened. I'm just here to give y'all my thoughts and feelings. You know what I'm saying? Monse and Caesar broke up for the 87th time, and I'm just like, either stay together or stay broken up, because y'all getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Roller World, and y'all over here breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, getting in the way of my storyline. Move! Fucking move! I'm not worried about y'all. Oh, I think that's why I said Caesar was a shitty friend. He kissed Olivia knowing he's in love with Monse, and he knows that Ruby has feelings for Olivia. That's a shitty friend. When your best friend says they like somebody and you go and you kiss that person, I don't care how you was feeling. You are a terrible person. You are a terrible person, and you don't deserve to have a friend like Ruby if you're gonna sit there and do him like that with the girl that he liked and then hide it, and then everybody getting mad at Jamal for not telling the secret and then being like, you knew this whole time and you didn't even say nothing. Like, that's not his fault. Y'all always tell him to keep his mouth shut, then he keeps his mouth shut, and now y'all mad? Nah. That shit pissed me off. You know, Olivia and Caesar got together when didn't nobody believe that shit. Ruby gave the speech of a lifetime to Olivia on the couch. He was like, look, you have your little fun, baby girl, but I'll be right here waiting for you because I'm gonna be the love of your life. And you're gonna be happy and I'm gonna treat you right. He was like, sleep tight, girl, and dream about our wedding colors. And then he got up to walk away, and she had the nerve to say lavender because she knew in that moment, she knew. Olivia knew that Caesar was not the one for her. She knew that Caesar was in love with Monse, and that's that. Just let that hood couple do their hood shit. I don't know what's going on over there, but just let them do what they do, and they're stressing me out. Can they just go over there? If you guys couldn't tell, I really don't care for Caesar or Monse's characters. They piss me off. They just make me hangry. Angry. They found out Olivia's quince was coming up. Ruby went into Ruby's fancy festivities mode and really was hooking shit up for his girl. She didn't deserve it. But Ruby's a good ass friend. He's a down ass friend, and he's gonna do whatever he can to make you happy, except Jamal apparently, because they don't give a shit about him. And that shit makes me mad because Jamal was really doing the most, trying to help his friends, trying to find this Roller World money. At some point, you know, Jamal keeps faking injuries so that he don't have to tell his parents that he don't want to play football, and then he actually had to accidentally play football, but he scored a touchdown, and then we all fall down. He got a lead because Spooky was like, hey, you know, you scored a little touchdown, you got us in the playoffs, whatever, I don't know. But Spooky was like, I got you if you need anything. Jamal was like, hook me up with Lil Ricky, took him to the gravesite, and he was like, we have no leads, Abuelita. And Abuelita was like, yes we do, look at the no-means. Go to Mr. Green Thumb, he's putting the flowers on Lil Ricky's grave. He started going over there to Mr. Green Thumb, he met Chivo, my guy. He's so weird, but we love him in the no-means anyway. You know, he's helping Chivo out, trying to figure out this Roller World shit and trying to figure out where Lil Ricky is. He finds out Lil Ricky dead, and like, he's doing the most trying to find this Roller World money because like, he just really feels deep down in his heart that Roller World really happened and that money is out there somewhere. And you know, Jamal really should keep the money for himself if he finds it, because his friends ain't shit, but he really just trying to help Caesar out, you know what I'm saying? And at one point, after them trying to figure out, you know, dance moves for Olivia's quince, Monse and that other one, Caesar, they go on a little walk or whatever. Latrell's loud, annoying ass rolls up on them, pulls a gun. They call me Little Spooky and I'll blast on your ass. And that wasn't believable at all. I just want to say this. I knew from the jump, when I first originally watched On My Block, I knew from the jump, and I will say this, Lil Ricky ain't dead. I really don't feel like Lil Ricky is dead because Jamal said himself there's no evidence that he even died. There was no obit, like none of that. I don't think Lil Ricky is dead. Spooky, fine as hell. Liz, I know you're watching this and I know you feel me spooky fun as hell. Let's talk about how Monse pretended to be a girl named Laura Diaz because when they was over in Brentwood, she thought she seen her mom, so she was pretending to be Laura Diaz to get close to her mom, started babysitting the kids. And see, this is why you never pretend to be somebody you're not, because the mom done found out, and after Monse was babysitting, and I just know that all hell about to break loose in season 2. I'm foreshadowing because we haven't gotten to season 2 yet, but I can already tell Monse's mom ain't shit. She ain't shit. And I'm gonna still say that because I knew in season 1 she wasn't shit. So, and I don't think my feelings are gonna change because she ain't shit, her daughter ain't shit, and her daughter's boyfriend ain't shit. Anyway, Jamal was out here doing the most for Roller World, and then Monse's ass only got involved because she automatically was like, we gonna take that money and we gonna use it to get Caesar up out of here, because they were telling him because of Latrell rolling up on him that they had to take Latrell out so that Caesar don't die. And I was like, I just really feel like that's an extreme. Like you probably could have did something else before you killed him, but like, I mean, I guess go off or whatever. Said Caesar cheated on Olivia with Monse just because Spooky was like, you need to kill Latrell because he rolled up on you and I really don't want my only brother to die. But like, that was funny. I don't know why I laughed so hard that Caesar was like, gotta cheat on Olivia because Spooky wants me to kill somebody. Like, what? Where's your brain at? Where's your head at, my guy? Where's your head at? Jamal found a shed full of boxes with a bunch of locks on it. He opened every single box for the most part, and then Monse's ass gonna show up and open one box and find the next clue. Annoying! And then the next clue ended up being Court. The little Santos plaque on the bench. They go to the library and they find a little thing in the book. Jamal said PM plane and then had the nerve to say midnight plane to Georgia. Sir, it's midnight train to Georgia. And then the clue ended up being that they need to go to Pimp Lane. That's gross. Don't ever go there. If there's a place in your city on your block called Pimp Lane, don't ever go. Jamal was really out here doing all the heavy lifting for Roller World, trying to find this money in this scavenger hunt. And the other two were just complaining and really didn't even support him and didn't really even want to be there. They just wanted to help out bum ass Caesar, who I still think to this day don't deserve none of that Roller World money. Caesar tried to kill Latrell. He was being all shaky. I couldn't stop laughing. And then had the nerve to call him on and say while he was doing it, sir, what? The scavenger hunt Chivo led them on ended up not even being real because the money that they found was like the little gold chocolates. That was fucked up. Chivo should have got beat up for that. Here's the thing. What made me that mad is that Monse and Ruby were mad at Jamal for wanting to find the Rollerwood money to help Caesar, even though Caesar was the dumbass that got himself in that situation. Like I said earlier, Jamal said Caesar put himself in that situation. There was multiple steps he could have followed before becoming a Santo over the summer. That was his own fault. And I'm here, I'm #1 Jamal defense squad out here because they was really on my boy's ass in the first season like everything was his fault. Jamal literally did not do a damn thing except try to convince y'all that Roller World was real. He did all the heavy lifting. He's reminding y'all still children and y'all want to get an attitude with my guy? Are you dumb? No. What we're not gonna do is pretend like Jamal is the problem here when the problem is clearly Caesar and Monse's robot brain. And I just remember watching the show the first time and knowing that Caesar did not kill Latrell because Caesar ain't got no type of balls to be killing niggas at all. I knew they probably made some weird deal in that damn bathroom, which they did. And I knew that wasn't a good idea because Latrell is actually about that life, my guy. He do not care. Like, he pulled a gun on Caesar and Monse for no reason. That's the difference. Latrell is about that life. Caesar is a bitch. And like, Latrell was really not, was about that action. That's all I'm saying. Latrell was about that action. Monse, so goddamn annoying. She always finds a way to ruin the situation. People trying to be positive and here she come talking about something. I'm a realist. No, you're not. You're just annoying. Shut up. And you're bitter. You're bitter. Because everybody else is trying to have a good time and you just want to bring everybody down. And you sound like a robot. Jamal finds out the clues for Roller. Ring Around the Rose was for Frankie. Pocket Full of Posies, Mr. Green Thumb for Ricky. Ashes was for Benito because the smoke shop burned down. And then we all fall down. And then that's when I knew. I was like, the money's on the football field. I had a feeling because they always would talk about We All Fall Down and how that was like a big staple of like their friendship. And I was like, I feel like the football field plays a part in this, but I just didn't know what it played into. And then that's when I figured it out. I was like, the money is is buried in the field, and Jamal was right this whole motherfucking time. And they doubted my boy. I'm upset, and I'm still upset to this day. To this fucking day, I'm mad that they doubted my guy. And this is why Jamal deserves better. And I'm upset because Ruby finally gets his moment, and it didn't even end well for him. Like, he did all that work being a gentleman, really truly treating Olivia how she deserved, to finally get the kiss that he deserved from her, and, you know, to get a little girlfriend or whatever, just for it to end in fucking tragedy because he was being a good friend. And that's still what pisses me off about the whole Ruby and Jamal situation, is that they always got the short end of the stick in that friend group. And Ruby did all that to help Olivia, to make her happy. He put his feelings aside so that Olivia could be with Caesar, even though Caesar was out here playing with everybody else's emotions, being a dumbass, just for him to block he took a whole ass motherfucking bullet for Caesar. He took a whole ass fucking bullet for Caesar. Like, I'm sorry, that shit pisses me off. He took a whole ass bullet for Caesar and watched the girl that he loved basically die. Beyonce and Caesar get back together again with their hood ass relationship, and it just makes me mad that it's like all this shit is happening around you. Ruby and Jamal are trying to be decent friends. Y'all are over here blaming Jamal for everything, all of this because Monse and Caesar decided that hooking up at 13 was a good idea. Like, all of that because hooking up at 13, 14 was a good idea, when like could have been, like I said, there was other steps Caesar could have probably taken before becoming a whole ass santo. He did that to himself. He put himself in that situation. Why are y'all so worried about him? I understand, you know, not wanting your friend to die in a gang and shit, but like, baby, you thought you were grown up to make that decision, so be a grown up and get yourself out of the situation. I don't care if that's disrespectful. Drag me in the comments all you want, but I also want y'all to see my reaction to the last episode of season 1, so here it is.
Can't do this! Here come this nigga Latrell. I've seen this already, and I know what's about to happen, and I'm still reacting the same. Nah, bruh. Ruby! Caesar! Ruby! That was entirely too much. Jamal, I found the roller with buddy, but it's not even exciting because Ruby. I fucking can't. I can't. Why'd they fucking do that shit to me?
Yeah. Still, to this day, I knew that shit was gonna happen, and I still bawled my eyes out like a fucking baby. Moral of the story is, Jamal, Ruby deserve better. Jamal the most because they ain't shit. Jasmine, funny as hell. We need to come back to her. I promise y'all, we need to come back to her in season 2. Abuelita was holding it down for her boy Hamal, and them other ones, Monse, Caesar, you could go somewhere. Monse mama, she ain't shit. Chivo, that's the homie. He weird, but Chivo really had good intentions, y'all. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that shit pissed me off. Season 1 pissed me off. It was a good start. It held my attention. It did hold my attention. You know, I love a show about brown people. And then I don't know. I don't remember if I necessarily had any predictions for season 2 when I first watched it. I just wanted Ruby to not be dead. Like I said, this is Let's Talk About It. So we had to fucking talk about it. I had some shit I needed to get off my chest. But we're gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with any of the things that I yelled about, how you felt about season 1. And we'll catch y'all back for the season 2 recap. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. Bye.
What's poppin', nieces and nephews? You've reached the Kickin' It with Cara channel. Sorry we can't come to the phone right now. We're probably making a video. See you Thursday though. Bye.